So from this new way of thinking about babies and children, it's interesting because that babyhood from birth, even before birth, so you could be acknowledging your baby in the womb and connecting and saying, hi baby, and what are you doing in there? And here's what's going on out here. I know you're in there. You might be feeling what I'm feeling. It's not about you. We're safe. They just want to know, am I safe or am I not safe? Are we cool? And once you communicate that, not just through your words, but through your body and through your feelings, they get a sense of, okay, I can trust this place. I can trust these people. And so in that first year after birth, really they're trying to get a sense of what's it all about out here? How can I learn about this reality from the safety of my people? And then once they hit about 1, something clicks in their brain, and that safety brain, that right brain that wants connection and emotional attunement, that is really satisfied in a certain way. And the left brain, that thinking linear logical brain that wants to take in information and make assessments and start learning how to communicate in new ways, that really clicks on. And that little baby who wanted to be so close and in arms is all of a sudden crawling and starting to walk. And so that's a really different experience for both the parents and the baby and the child, in the sense that they're going from this little person who can't locomote and communicate and to this person who can now start walking and start talking. So what that means is that it really offers us a whole different understanding of what toddlerhood is, because we've really been thinking about toddlerhood, especially with the terrible twos. That's a myth. It's not true. That what's going on is when you understand brain development and you understand why children are doing what they're doing from their deeper, bigger understanding of growing and expanding into who they are, it's almost like it becomes this almost magical time. And if you can think about it that way, it really does change it. But what I want to really encourage parents to understand is you have to be taking really good care of yourself during that time, because it's really easy to be overwhelmed, just like the child's being overwhelmed by their development, because it's happening so quickly. And what's going on in their brain is there's all these neurons firing to say, oh wow, I must know what that is over there, and oh, I want to play with this, and oh, I want to touch this. And they don't know yet. They don't know what the boundaries are. And so I tell people it's kind of like getting a new job, where if somebody puts you in an office and leaves you there and there's all these cool things to touch and play with, you're going to start going, ooh, wow, this is exciting. Let me use the stapler, and let me use the paper cutter. And if somebody comes back in, would you rather they said, oh, what are you doing? Why are you doing that? You don't know how to do that yet. Stop doing that. We don't touch that. Or would you rather they said, oh, wow, you're exploring. This is exciting. Your brain is wanting to know how to use all these cool things. You know what? We have to slow down, and here's what you can use right now. So you redirect them and you give them the yeses, versus being in that reaction of, ooh, ah, ee, ah, not yet, no, no, no. The child needs you to guide them into what is going to work and what isn't going to work. And sometimes that takes about 50 to 70 times of hearing, hey, you know what? I get you want to climb on the table. That would be really fun. But that's not where we climb. We can climb on the couch, or even better, let's go outside and climb on the swing set, or we're going to go to the park later. And I know you really want to do that because your body's saying, climb, climb, climb. And then the child is probably going to go, ah, and arch back and cry and scream. And you just say, I know, you really want to do that. I get it. Which is a really different experience than hearing, no, stop, get down, we don't climb on tables, we don't climb on tables, when the impulse, everything in that child's body, because of the way they're developing, is saying, climb, get as high as you can, get to the top of everything right now. And so it's framing that that's just development. That's not misbehavior. That's just a child having an experience of growing. You want your kid to do things like that. It's just learning how to be with them during those times.